I'm going to show you exactly how to manifest anything that you want in this life in one video. And this is so deeply important in a spiritual way that you're really going to watch to the end. Too many people think manifestation is like woo-woo and like way out there and like kind of fancy smancy. No, it's real and it's logical, and I'll show you exactly what I mean. Because here's what you have to understand with manifestation, right? Everything that exists in the world right now was once a thought in somebody's brain. Everything that's in the physical world, like this chain or my shirt or my ring, once began in the world of thinking, in the world of thought. Before this chain was invented, it was in some guy's mind or some girl's mind, and they were like, you know what? I think I'm going to make a chain. Now, really think about that. When they thought about the chain in their mind, it did not exist in the real world. It existed only in their mind, but they manifested it into the actual physical world, and now I have my chain. So a lot of people hear it and they're like, oh, it's woo-woo, it's woo-woo. But it's not, because everything that you want in your life will start as a thought, and you have to take that thing from thinkland, from the world of thought, into the real physical reality so you can experience it with your own eyes. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in this video. So the first thing you have to do if you want to manifest anything is you have to get very, very specific on what it is you want. And this is honestly the hardest part. It's actually not that hard getting stuff when you know what you want. The hardest part is knowing what you want. Because especially nowadays with the internet, you have infinite options for things that you can have. So how do you choose what you want? It's simple. All you do is you guess. So you get really specific on one specific thing that you want, and you start moving toward that. And then if you realize, down the road as you're actually doing it, oh, this maybe isn't what I want, then you make a course adjustment and you switch, and then you keep going to that thing that you think you might want now. Because the more information you get about what you actually want, the more information that comes in, it'll change. For example, you might be a guy and you think you want a really hot girlfriend. Well, then when you get the really hot girlfriend and all the other dudes that you don't know are DMing her every second, you might be like, oh God, this actually isn't what I thought it was. And that's just obviously, that's just one example, right? But the point is you have to choose, get specific. Do you want a green Lamborghini with black rims? Write it down. Do you want a blacked out Range Rover with specific rims? Like, go find out the specifics of these things that you want and get a picture of it so you can see it. Because you can never get something if you don't specify what it is you want. Seneca, who's an old philosopher, he said, if you don't have a destination, no wind is favorable. What that means is if you don't know where you're going, then you can't judge things as good or bad. So the first thing you have to do is choose something. Now, once you actually choose it, you're going to know how to get it, because then you just reverse engineer it. Let's say you want the green Lamborghini that's blacked out. You look it up, it's $250,000. So then okay, once I make $250,000, I can get the Lamborghini. But when you go about your journey, you learn about credit. And you learn, oh my God, I actually don't need $250,000 to get a Lamborghini. I only need to put $20,000 down and have 100,000 years in income and I can get one. You learn shit and the game gets easier. The question becomes, how can you go out and find a job to make $100,000? Well, now it's a lot easier to move forward.